How much should you spend on an electric bike? Stick around to find out. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I'm nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today I'm going to talk to you about how much you should spend on an electric bike. Now, before I get into it, hit that subscribe button below, stay in touch with us here at 630. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways we're doing, and of course, new product releases. Okay, right here, I've got the simple step-through e-bike from 630. If you want to check this out and all of our e-bikes, head to the description below, or the link in the description below. Also, this e-trike is the lowest step-through e-bike, on the market, and it's available in 4 colorways: teal, navy, cream, and black. Now, when you're shopping for an e-bike, you're really gonna find that the prices can vary all over the place, right? You've got e-bikes that are $500, even some that are $300, all the way up to tens of thousands of dollars, really $10,000 for an e-bike. So you have to come to a conclusion around, obviously, what the best budget is for you, but I can tell you a few things to expect when you are shopping for an e-bike and there's certain prices that you're looking at. Now, I can't speak exactly to every brand. I'm not going to speak to specific brands, but one thing when you talk about any sort of product is the price is also going to be some sort of correlation to the service you're going to get, the warranty you're going to get. A less expensive product most likely is going to have less of a warranty and less of a brand backing it up to take care of you. So if your expectation is you don't really care, you'd rather spend less, and if it breaks, then spend as little as possible. I would say under $500, under $600 on your e-bike. I would just say if you need parts or after sale service, don't expect that those brands are going to be jumping at, getting in contact with you to send parts. Now, if you're looking to get something where, you want to make sure it's a trusted brand, someone that can help you, then you want to be looking more in the $800 to $2,000 range. And of course, over $2,000, most companies making e-bikes for that price are going to stand behind their product. But for a good value, affordable price, $800 to $1,500 is really a good range where those brands are still going to be good. They're going to take care of you. They're going to take care of the products. You don't have to spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to feel like you're purchasing from a brand that will stand behind their product. Now, in addition to that, you bring other things into the equation, like the batteries and the motors. All of those have different different price ratios. Now, you obviously see that there's some e-bikes now that are very inexpensive that still have large motors and large batteries. Now, there's different quality to these motors. There's different quality to the batteries, to the longevity of the batteries. So again, it really comes down to choosing a brand that you trust and feel like you can own this product and get service against it, right? So you want to be able to own your product for a certain amount of time and feel like it's going to work. So that's another thing to think about is how long do you expect to have the e-bike for? Is it 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years? The price is going to dictate how long that product lasts. I guarantee it. Cost, price, quality is a direct correlation of price, right? So definitely the least expensive, the quality is going to be worse than something that's more expensive. Now, it doesn't mean that something's $500 and something's $1,000, it's double the quality necessarily, but there will be quality improvements as you move up in price. So just think about what your expectation of ownership is and match that to the price you want to pay. If your expectation of ownership is 15 years, I really suggest not buying an e-bike that's $500. If your expectation of ownership is, say, 5 years, I'd say $1,000, $1,500, and not to say that they can't last 10, 20 years, right? Completely possible. I think the same is true of cars, right? Your expectation, now, again, there's really good value cars that last a long time and they've developed brands like Honda. But I also think you pay a lot of money for a car, you expect to get good service, you expect that it will last, right? So, and the least that you pay, you expect maybe a little bit less quality, also less features. And I think the same is true on e-bikes about features. Sometimes you pay a little bit less money and you get less features. maybe different braking, different screens, different battery types, all sorts of different things. So not a simple answer when I try to say how much did you spend on an e-bike. Do your research, ask questions, get comfortable, and find the product for you. The other thing I'll say is certain aspects of an e-bike mean more to some customers than other aspects do, right? To some customers, color is really important. To other customers, a battery size is really important, or a motor size is really important, or brakes are really important. So it's important to think about what is most important to you and where is value for you. Is it in the design? Is it in the battery? Is it in the motor? And then correlate that to how much you want to spend or not spend on an e-bike. I can't tell you exactly how much. I can tell you somewhere in the $800 to $2,000 range is a great value area where you can get brands you can stand behind. $2,000 and over, getting into a more expensive category, there's great bikes in that category, and you have to decide if you want to spend $2,500, $3,000, $4,000, and if the value those brands provide is worth it to you. In my opinion, there becomes a point maybe in the $1,500 range where you start to go up into $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. You're not getting that much different specs really, similar batteries and motors. You start to go up even north of that, yeah, you can get very large motors, very large batteries, 1,000 watts of power, but also we're talking about e-bikes that aren't even street legal. A lot of these are mountain bikes, trail bikes, things like that. So there's a lot to think about. And if you have any other questions at all, please put them below. I'm happy to try to answer them, or reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. Don't forget, we have a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love your e-bike in the first 30 days, send it back. No questions asked, no money out of your pocket. In addition to that, we're going to warranty everything on the e-bike for a year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we'll take care of it, parts and labor, no questions asked. Lastly, join our Facebook group, 630 Peddlers. You can join, we have thousands of members in that group. You can pop in there and ask existing riders questions before you purchase so you feel comfortable. Then when you have your e-bike, post in the group, make friends, it's tons of fun. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey or experience. Enjoy the ride.